What's up, ladies and gents? It's your professor here again with another live market recap here. And we've been doing this fairly consistently. Every time I've been doing it, you guys have seen the growth, the success, and the real mentorship that you see in our channel here. Okay, so we had another successful day. We managed to play BA. Okay, so if we look at our wins for today, we managed to get BA over here. That was a nice win with over 3K in profits. We mentioned that our goal was to take exactly at around 50%. We sold those right away. And we also had SPX over here with 50% gains. So two trades with 50% gains. We also took two additional swings as well. And we're watching those into the CPI report as well. So in this video here, besides all of that, I want to talk about how we did those successful trades and also discuss about where I see the market going towards based on the discussion we had in the room today. So for everyone listening here, very important here because tomorrow we do have the CPI report that's going to come in, and this is going to be dictating the market. And of course, in this video, for all those guys that are trying to learn and listen, I'll be sharing my projections and the way I develop that analysis. So let's see if it's true, because every time when my analysis tells me or my model tells me it makes sense to swing a SPX play, I usually load. And when we do that, we end up with a nice result. But today we didn't do that, and I'll explain that why. Okay. So today, like always, we started off with our pre-market notes here. So if you guys are in the channel, you guys see the pre-market notes here. We discussed all the levels here, so you guys can see this is all time stamped as well, 908. I actually gave the levels a lot earlier, but this is just so you can get an idea of what I see. So our level one bullish was at 44.20 on SPX. So for those people that are watching this for the first time, what do these levels mean? If you are in my Discord, I explain all of the leveling system and what they mean in the STX model channel over here. Okay, level one, bullish or bearish, represents the gatekeeping level. So this is where basically the market is remaining in range. Doesn't mean it goes up or down. So if it's underneath this, that means market is range, and you won't expect any major breakouts. You will most likely expect either chop or sideways market, and that's going to keep the market in range. You can definitely play SPX off this because a lot of the times traders identify this first inflection point to be a very hard one to break, and they play the exact opposite. So an example of this, 44.20 here is right over here. You can see that that's basically near the high of the day that we called out. So if let's just say if a trader wanted to short this as a quick flip, they can buy puts here and short it down here and whatnot. Okay, so very important level that we use to understand the range. 43.89 was our level one bearish support as well. So that was also highlighted in here. Okay, now the market did not go to that level, but I kind of mentioned in my morning notes that expect a chop market and a possible sideways market, because the futures range was from 44.11 till 44.92. So it was only a 20-point range, and we've seen these two inflection points at a very small. So it's likely that the market wasn't going to be moving too much, but we still managed to get a nice SPX play in as well. Okay, so very important. Now, part of the reason why I'm explaining this is because level two confirms the trend here. Okay, so if we had seen SPX going above this 44.20, this 44.32 means that the market is going to be trending higher. So there will be some dips here and there, but most likely if you do go against the market and you buy the put at a level two, a bullish, then you want to make sure that you sell the play quick, and that you focus more towards the long time. So the longer term plays are going to be more on the bullish side of things. Okay, so if we hit this 44.32, most likely market is going to be trending higher. Okay, so just keep that in mind. when you're trading here as well. Okay, now besides all of that, we also see that level 3 means the market peak. Okay, so a couple of things that I did for today as well. If you look at my trades, we took a couple of swings. We mainly focused on the bullish side. I do like Meta, but in a pre-market notes, I mentioned here that BA has news about China freezing on the 737 deal, and Saudi Arabia looking to secure a $52 billion deal. One thing about why this matters is because Xi Jinping is actually looking to travel to America at San Francisco, and it seems like they're looking to come up with an agreement because of all the issues and economic war that's been happening between the U.S. and China. So if there's a huge possibility that China may end up buying the jets from BA, and that's what caused the market surge. So I've noticed that the premiums were kind of juicy here, and I also recognized that the BA had a hard level at a specific point. So what I did in the room, and I shared a lot of this as well, that if it hits 50%, I'm likely to get out of that position here. So let's go through the chat here, and let me see over here. Okay, so I wanted to have some runners, but I ended up just selling it all and not even stressing about it. But overall, we did secure around 3K because it was around break even. Okay, but overall, I see when I bought that play, I mentioned right away to my room, I will scale back at 50%. Okay, so that's what the room needed to know to understand my intentions. And I gave the size immediately so the whole team knows, me being transparent, there's no bullshit. It is what it is. If it's a losing trade, it's on me. And if it's a winning trade, then we all definitely see a massive winner here. Okay, so that was one thing there. And now the SPX play, this is part of my model here. Okay, so you guys can see here at around 11:50 a.m. I called out that place in order to buy 43.50 call at I liked it at 2.5, but I mentioned that it might not get filled, so I put in an order at 3 for 10. It got filled at 3 like almost 2 hours later. We got that entry, called it out, and boom, literally in 15 minutes these things skyrocketed 50%. Okay, this is how I trade SPX. This is my model, and this is what I've seen many members look at and they get surprised. Well, this is not really something that's surprising to me. I know how to read SPX options. I trade SPX options, and it's you got to be very careful. You got to be willing to wait at a right opportunity. Okay, so because I didn't see that break up at 44.20, but it did hit, I knew that there was an opportunity here that the premium would reach an inflection point. So what we did at around 11 o'clock is we got in at this specific point. Sorry, it was like around 1:30. So we got in around this point at around 1:30, 1:40. Boom, it started the premiums got jacked, and we knew that approaching this inflection point would cause the premiums to really skyrocket. We've seen that the premium was reaching a hard point. We took the profit, called it on voice, called it on the test channel, and we managed to take profits here. Okay, so done, boom, that's how we did it. And another thing going forward, I didn't swing that SPX play because what I noticed on my swinging model is I use the weekly premium. So every week I come up with an idea what the market range is going to be. So for this week, it's 44.70, and the market low is going to be at 43.40. Okay, so those are the two ranges that we have on SPX. So if we go back to our display here, now this is not just me charting here. I use charts as an illustration tool based on my premium analysis. So I derive all information from option premiums and explain the leveling and the details on these charts. Okay, this has nothing to do with me looking at these candlesticks or anything like that. I don't use that. I use this as pure illustration. Okay, so we see that estimated weekly high is at 44.70, estimated weekly low is at 43.40 on SPX. Okay, so I didn't see any of the premium indicators telling me that the market was going to range. There's a specific way that I look into it. It wasn't going to tell me that there's going to be a trend, so I avoided swinging those SPXs as a result. Okay, because I think we're gonna likely trade between either 44.30 or somewhere in between here as a result. The CPI expectation is quite significant. They expected the market is going to be month over month is going to be 0.3%. And last time it was like that too. This is sorry, year over year. And the month over month, a drop from 0.4 last month to 0.1%. Okay, so pretty much think the market's going to be basing as a result. So other stocks I do like going forward. I do like Snow here because I think Snow has an opportunity to see 167. If it breaks out of this above this 200-day MA, that's our next test to the upside. You got to remember that, you know, D-Dog earnings were great. Earnings are coming up for this as well too. So market makers may start to buy this. The premiums on the 170 calls were actually 50 cents. And if you guys were in my free channel, I even called that out as well. You know, pretty much called out Snow at 140, and you know they went up to 40-50% as well. So if you took that, congrats. And some people sold them, but I'm basically swinging them. I also like Meta as well too because it hit my inflection point early on at 332. You can also see that that was the high of the day. So model numbers right on target here. You can see LRCX level 1 bearish support 670 there. You can see Tesla, our first inflection point was 220, broke up, and now the next level is 226. So Tesla does look pretty strong here as well. And we're looking at Broadcom as well, and seeing this. Basically, this stock had a low at 640 today, and pretty much hit our level 1 bearish support at around 940 here, and then pretty much out. So let's see how chips look going forward as well. Okay, but overall, I'm kind of moderately bullish, not too super bullish, but I expect there to be some chop in this market based on my analysis of the weekly premiums here. Okay, so that's pretty much what I got going on. Don't see any upside trend. Maintain that, you know, most likely it's going to be very choppy. The option premiums are going to start to decay. So be very careful with swinging SPX, especially ones with a short expiry. If you're swinging stocks that have potential like Snow, Meta, whatever the case might be, those may definitely work. And we're looking forward to that. Okay, guys. So if you guys like this information that you're getting, I do morning calls. I'm on live 24/7. You see me talk about in my tweets as well. But if you guys want the best bang for your buck, join our mentorship program. And I'm willing to give everyone a chance to even see it and see for themselves how consistent we are on finding these trades. And the information that we provide is crazy good, as I've explained here as well. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys in the next one. And as always, let's get that money.